He's stuck in his hand. Is it good? Is it good? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Me and Sahid are here today again to talk to you about how to get dad more involved. I know a lot of dads, when they see newborn babies, they get panicked because they look very fragile. So I want to share with you the tips that I use in order to get daddy more involved with the baby. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, feel free to click the subscribe button so that you get notifications whenever I post a new video. My first tip for getting dad more involved is that when you are online planning your baby gear for your newborn baby, even before your baby is born, make sure that you get gear that is for dad only. When I was planning on Sahid being born, I bought a lot of stuff. Some stuff was more feminine, like my wraps that I wrap him in. But then other stuff I got just for my husband, Abou, which are more masculine, like the holder that you can just plop the baby in. That was something that he took to immediately. And also he was really encouraged by the fact that there was stuff that was purchased just for him to use exclusively. So that made him immediately want to get more involved with the baby. So the second thing that I would recommend is make sure that dad has projects that are specifically and only for him. So by that I mean, when Sahid came along, I would give him a bath usually, but when I gave him a bath, I always forgot to clean his ears with a little Q-tip. I was actually really afraid that I was going to hurt his ear because I know a lot of babies suffer from ear infections early in their lives, and that can cause detrimental effects to their hearing. So my husband, who is from a culture where, you know, cleaning the ears is very, very, very important, was like, nah, honey, we finna clean these ears. So he actually made it his project that every time he gave Sahid a bath, he would clean the ears. So he did teach me how to do it, and I did get quite comfortable doing it, but I found that just leaving that little bit of bath project to him made him more excited to be involved with the baby because he knew that there was something that only dad took care of, only dad could help the baby with. So that really, really helped him feel a little bit more comfortable. One of the biggest things that helped me when I first came home after I got, out of the hospital was taking some time for me. Like after I'd say maybe 3 weeks, I decided that I was going to get my hair done. So I went out and I told him I'll be back in 3 hours. I just wanted to feel better. Well, turns out this was actually great for baby and dad bonding, because while I was out, he was the sole caregiver for the baby, and they spent a lot of one-on-one time together during that time. And so that allowed my husband to get a little bit more comfortable with handling the baby, trusting himself that he knew what to do with the baby, and things like that. So I would say definitely take time, even if it's just a half hour. Like sometimes I would go to the gym for maybe like an hour or a half hour. I would tell my mom, hey, you want to go to the gym? And me and my mom, we would just get in the car and go to the gym, and then we'd come back an hour later. But just make sure that dad has some alone time with baby, because sometimes seeing that maternal bond between a baby and his mother can be a little bit intimidating, and I never wanted Abou to feel like he should have to parent the way that I parented. So when I left and he had the full authority, actually when I came back, he was more involved. He wanted to be more involved. He was more confident. The next thing would be make sure that dad feels like he's a team player. That bond between the baby and the mother is like super tight. Pretty much 99% of the time, the baby has to spend all his time, hanging out with mom. Hey. But that kind of, as a result, makes dad feel, a little bit like a third wheel. I never wanted Abou to feel like he was a third wheel. I always wanted him to feel like me and him were a team, and as a team together, we were taking care of the baby, not that me and the baby were the team. So I would just recommend that if there are things that, you can include dad in, anything at all, because breastfeeding is so exclusive to mom and baby, make sure that you include dad in it. So I I'm pulling back now, and I am learning to really be more vulnerable and to be honest when I'm overwhelmed. And honestly, that has been a big help in getting dad more involved with baby. When I let my husband know that I was a little overwhelmed and I had gotten to that point where I needed a break, he stepped in immediately. Most partners will step in right away and help out and take over the situation just so that you can get a little bit of a break. They're looking for opportunities. Yes, he's sucking on my hand. It tastes good, evidently. He's looking, he's teething, guys. They're looking for opportunities to be better parents, to be better partners. And so allowing yourself to be vulnerable definitely hands them that opportunity that they've been looking for anyway, so that definitely helps. So the last tip I would recommend is just be patient. At first, when I came home, I myself was a little disappointed because I thought that, you know, Abou would bond with the baby instantaneously. But as it was, he's a new dad and I'm a new mom, and we are both nervous about the baby in our own way. And so my nervousness pushes me towards the baby, and sometimes his nervousness pushes him a little bit away from the baby because he doesn't want to make a mistake. And I totally get that. So being patient is just a huge thing, because eventually they are going to have an unbreakable bond and it will happen naturally. He is so ready for his nap, guys. He is so done. He's so ready. So thank you so much for watching our video. Please let us know if there's anything particular you'd like us to talk about. And you have a great day. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. We are family. Ooh. All my brothers, sisters, and me. Hey, yeah, yeah. Say bye.